This episode supported by Sereth Logistics, Opposite Lock Africa, Tough Dog Suspensions, TAKLA Products, Tracks for Africa, Indeflate, and LACIE. Overlanding, by definition, is vehicle-dependent adventure travel. I overland travel because I enjoy the wild and the wild places I get to visit in Southern Africa. And as someone who really enjoys exploring and the spirit of travel, I class myself as an overlander. Overlanding in Africa comes with its challenges though, and that adds to the exploration of new, untamed places. Wherever you are in the world, make the excuse to get out and enjoy the adventure that is life. I'm Ryan Crocker, and this is 4x4 Ventures. Welcome to another exciting episode of 4x4 Ventures. We are on the road in this episode. Where we're going, we have no idea. The first part, however, we do have planned, as it is now 5:15 in the afternoon. We left Robin's camp at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and a good part of the 3 hours has gone. It's just escaped us. So we're going to try a new campsite tonight. It is called Chobe Forest Lodge and Campsite, and hopefully if they've got space. In this episode, we're winging it, so tag along, stay with us, folks, and I hope you enjoy it. This is going to be something else. So that was a bust. Chobe Forest campsite, fully booked. So yeah, we have got to push on to Kasane. I don't think Kasane's too far, but yeah, the sun, as you can see, the sun is beginning to set, which means we roll into camp again late. Oh, I tell you, I think as an overlander, time is normally and generally of no significance, but ultimately it's everything. Time, when overlanding, is everything, and how you use it and what you make of it will either mean you have a good session setting up campsite or a bad session. I don't know about you, but setting up in the dark is not my favorite thing. But anyways, Rhys, I reckon we're going to try Chobe Safari Lodge. I would say Senyati, but I think Senyati is a little bit expensive per person, per night. What do you reckon we should do, buddy?
Could be exciting. Hope there's space for us.
That's the thing. So the Chobe Safari Lodge only has, I think, like 6 campsites. And I know it's a hotspot mecca for tourists because it's a very central point, and it's pretty much the most common of places to stop over at camp. So if it's busy, they'll take up 6 campsites, no problem. There's also Senyati, but like I say, I don't know. I just don't know.
But it's exciting.
No, it's not necessarily exciting, Rhys. I know you find this amazing and you're having a good time, and I'm very stoked for you. But as someone with OCD, it's not a good thing because the sun is setting. The sun is going down now.
Yes.
We've still got a way to go.
Yes.
We're going to be setting up in the dark.
Yes.
Which means we're going to cook late.
Yes.
Which means we've got to clean late.
Yes.
Which means we're late.
Yes.
But it's too much, man.
No.
It's too much. Yes.
Fun.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
I'll try.
You just try. You
I'm
just
gonna
suck
try.
it up.
I'm trying.
And we just keep going till we
Okay.
get to where we need to be.
I'm trying, but I don't like this, man. We lost too much time there at the Quanah King fuel depot. Like an hour. We sat there for an hour, twiddling our blimmin' thumbs because their systems were offline. Like I know it happens, but it's an hour gone. You know, we needed that hour to go to Kasane. Kasane is 50 k's away, bro.
For now.
Man, we should just go on Hunter's Road and camp on Hunter's Road. I would. Oh,
But it's still exciting.
it's still exciting. So yeah, look, listen, okay, so I've got control issues in OCD, okay? I don't like being late. But you know what? As Rhys has just reminded me, it's all part of the adventure, and it is. The only problem is I'm battling with a really sore neck, so I suppose I'm a bit grumpy. Okay, so we're gonna go and try Senyati Camps. We're gonna go and see if they've got a booking or a spot open. Hopefully they've got a spot open for us, and that's quite lekker. I've been there before. I went there with my dad, and you know, it's okay. There's a lot of signs everywhere, but it's okay. Got a nice bar and restaurant, and a really nice little sunken in pipe. So let's go and try that, Rhys. You've never been, you might enjoy it. So Senyati it is. We've got 20 kilometers to go. The sun is setting and it looks absolutely fantastic. So hopefully all worth it at the end of the day, literally. Let's get to Senyati, Rhys. Welcome to the passenger seat. I'm making Rhys work here. He's like a cameraman. How fantastic is that, eh? We're on an internationally connecting road between Botswana, Zambia and Zimbabwe. And on this road, you can come across a sighting like that. A whole herd of elephant, big ones, young ones, small ones. And they cross the road, if I say 10 meters in front of us, absolutely fantastic. Yes, Rhys, you're right. It's an adventure. I absolutely fully understand it. There's another one. There's another one with a little baby. Hey, plenty elephants, eh? Plenty elephants on this road. And if you are, like I say, you should never be on the tar roads in Botswana after 5:30. And we are. It's now 6:15. Well, that's the reason why. That's the reason why. Because if you come into contact with an elephant in your car, you will end off second best. And yeah, you know, this dusk phase is never a good phase to be driving in Botswana. If it's not the elephants, it's the goats, the cattle, and the donkeys you got to be careful of. And obviously other drivers. You know, things happen out here on the roads, any roads in any country. So yeah, but absolutely fantastic to see those elephants. Wow, Rhys, what did you think of that, dude?
Firstly, Ryan is a slave driver. So I have worked non-stop driving and looking after camp while all he does is sleep in the rooftop tent and snore and keep me up all night, so then I can't even get any good night's sleep after he's been whipping me with his big shambak. It's terrible.
Yes.
It's hard work, this.
Yes, listen, we all need a guy that tidies up the campsite. So my man, before we roll into this Senyati campsite, I need it clean. I need it done nicely, eh?
Okay, you cooking.
No. I don't like cooking, eh? Shit, I don't like cooking.
See, I like cooking. So maybe I'll cook myself something nice and give him beans.
Okay, so we've got 9.9 kilometers to go. What did you think of those elephants on the road?
Those were amazing. And a lot of them. There
Pretty
was
awesome, eh?
probably, how many did you say were there? 12?
No, way more than that, man. There was
15?
Yeah, there was a big. It was a big herd, man. It was a big herd.
And somewhere in the bushes. So yeah, it's hard to say how many there were. But yeah, crossing the main road, we had a truck coming towards us who then also slowed down. So yeah, people are aware and think that yeah, things can happen. But it's still exciting.
You got to excuse Rhys. So when he has to think about what he's saying, it starts coming out very. So we made it. We pulled into Senyati lodge and campsite, and I tell you, we had jackal going off, we had hyena going off. We've settled now for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and we've got a fire going, and yeah, lovely to be here. Hyenas are going off in the background. There's a water hole and a pub, which we might go and see a little bit later. We just want to have something to eat. But I tell you what a day, what a day, what a day. But just very chuffed that we made it to a campsite that wasn't fully booked, and really awesome. When we walked in, there were banded mongoose all over the floor trying to keep cool. They were inside the reception area, and the amazing is I filmed them, and then I played the video of them making all their little squeaks and sounds, and then they all flocked to my feet. So that was kind of strange and really cool, actually. But yeah, so good to be here. Maybe we take you to the hide a little bit later, and that's a treat. It's a sunken hide, and I think you guys will be keen to see it. So let's get some grub going, enjoy the night fire, and maybe a little bit later we make a mooch and scooch and see what's what here. So we're here at Senyati, and I don't think we're going to have the strength or the need or want to go down to the hide, but we heard the elephants in the background fighting. Now we had, what I mean. I think in the 45 minutes we were down there, oh man, I don't even know the numbers. Buffalo, a massive herd. I mean, a really big herd came down, and the elephants just kept coming in, and they're drinking the fresh water right in the waterhole. And we were in the hide. Now the hide is very claustrophobic, and it's not a big hide. Space is very limited. It's somewhat uncomfortable. So if you're claustrophobic, maybe not the thing for you. But the shots, in fact, just have a look at this. This is absolutely stunning. Have a look at this. So Rhys, what do you think about Senyati campsites, man?
So I dig the campsites, but we just went to the underground hide next to the waterhole, and I'm telling you, that is one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. You literally, where the hole is that you're looking through the waterhole, there's like a trunk hanging there. You could literally touch it. Yeah, and a big herd of buffalo came in as well, probably a couple hundred, which took up most of the river, and lots of elephants having a lot of fun. A few little ones getting stuck in the mud, and after our Masuma Dam experience, it's a bit hair-raising because you don't know if they're going to get out. But it's lovely here. Hyenas and everything going off. Oh, it's awesome. So yeah, enjoy it.
And it's an early morning this morning. We woke up at about, I want to say 4 o'clock, and then old Rhys proceeded to look and search for toilet paper in the back of the Ranger in the train canopy, and that woke me up. I'm trying to keep it down because we seated here at the waterhole and we watched the sunrise, and it was, yeah, I think every sunrise when doing an adventure in Africa where wildlife come down to the waterhole is really special. Not much at the waterhole, if I'm honest. I think last night was a big night for all the big plains game, elephant, buffalo, and we heard hyena the whole night. We've got quite a big troop of baboon that's just rolled in, and yeah, they're shifting through all the feces, having a look to see if there's any berries or seeds that they can eat. But yeah, overall a good night last night, and yeah, sitting around the fire and just relaxing and enjoying this night sounds, you know, skops, owl, hyena, jackal. Yeah, just fantastic. And it's quite strange because I think literally 300 meters beyond this point of the waterhole is Hunter's Road, and I remember driving past these lodges and campsites and private dwellings, and yeah, good times, good memories, man. Although a scary trip, that one.
When overlanding and you're doing it like us, where pretty much nothing's really set in stone on where we're going and what we're doing, my suggestion is stop, support the local people within the area or country that you're in, and get wood. We now got 6 bundles of wood, so wherever we go, wherever we stay, I know that we're going to have fire without having to go into the bush and pick up firewood that's laying around, that, in all honesty, personally, I don't think we should be doing. But anyways, here's a 6 bundle of wood, and guess who's going on top? Rhys.
I think the top will be easier because Ryan's shoulders are going to burn when his short little legs have to stretch up like that.
Come on, man, time to get up. Let's get up there, bro. But yeah, it's 7:45 now, and the sun, I tell you, it's just so hot, just so hot. But anyways, let's get this done and let's get on the road. Okay, so we have just arrived at Sududu Gate, and we're going to meet with the lovely people from SKL, and hopefully they can assist with our bookings. We've got a plan now. Our plan is to try and spend 2 nights at Ihaha and 2 nights at Savuti, and then 2 nights in Kwai on the outside of the Monemnts National Park. Just because I want to dodge those park fees, it does add up when you're paying for 2 people. So yeah, let's head on into SKL. Okay, so we are in the Chobe National Park on the dirt, and we've just paid up at the gate for our park fees. Something to remember, the day you exit the park, you still pay in full for. So I think the cost or price for both Rhys and I and the car was 1575 pula. It's going to take us about 3 hours to do the 80 odd kilometers to get to Ihaha campsite, and we're on number 10. I've never stayed at number 10 before, but I have been to Ihaha and it is absolutely fantastic. It is a destination everyone tries to book and everyone tries to get to. So I'm really excited to be doing this. And it's all a big thanks to my mate Ed and Jono for shedding some light on Ihaha from a trip they did very recently. And boy, did they make me jealous. So I thought as soon as I get the opportunity to, why not try and do a spot of camping along the Chobe River at Ihaha. And it's happening. It is happening. We're heading down to the Riverside Drive, and yeah, let's get there. Let's see what we see and let's enjoy. Rhys, are you stoked to be on this one, buddy?
We got some inside info of where things are, sort of in a 50-kilometer radius. But yeah, fun times.
The Chobe National Park was established in 1967 and is a large area that spans the northern part of Botswana near the vast inland Okavango Delta. It's a favorite of mine to visit. The Chobe is known for its large herds of elephant and Cape buffalo, which converge along the windy banks of the Chobe riverfront all year round, but larger herds to be expected during the hotter, drier months. This area is a true biodiversity hotspot and is a mecca for visiting tourists. Lions, antelopes, including both the roan and sable antelope, and hippos inhabit the riverbank woodlands and the lagoons around the Senyati Marsh. This is an area marked by vast open floodplains on the Namibian side and wide open skies and fantastic game viewing opportunities on the Botswana side. The divide is the Chobe River, and this serves as a lifeline for both fauna and flora found in the greater Chobe National Park area, spanning a whopping 11,700 square kilometers.
Wow. We just came across Pride of Lion. Looks like they've taken down a baby elephant. And fresh kill, very fresh kill. The road we are driving now is absolutely hectic. Absolutely amazing to see those lion at the elephant kill, and I think that's a nice tick to the checkbox. Really chuffed, and so fantastic to be driving the Chobe National Park along the Riverside Road. Absolutely brilliant. If a day couldn't get any better, I mean, talk about adventure and wild encounters and experiences. We just came around the corner, and lo and behold, another Pride of Lion, and a big male, massive male, and they've got cubs. Absolutely superb, man. What a day. Absolutely magic, man. I think Rhys and I are like so overwhelmed, and just really what a privilege to be here in the Chobe National Park, driving on our way to Ihaha. A lion kill back there, and now a Pride of Lion lying up underneath what looks like a shepherd's tree, trying to get some shade. It's very hot, absolutely hot, but brilliant. Let's film this. Right, so we are here at Ihaha. We finally made it, and I tell you what, it's been such a scorcher of a day. We just parked up in the shade and waited for the sun to go down before we set up camp, which I would advise everyone to do. I mean, it's just crazy to set up a campsite during the middle of the day. It just wouldn't make any sense as far as the heat goes, just blistering hot. So camp is set up. Now, we've been quite worried, if I'm honest. We've seen a lot of lion spoor around the campsite. We've also just seen a leopard spoor, and looks like she's moving along with 2 cubs. So yeah, wild, very wild, and the ablution blocks are quite far away. I'd say that green roof over there, I don't even know if you'll be able to see that, but yeah, green roof over there, that's where the ablutions are. So I haven't set up my tent yet, just in case we need to go there. And yeah, but fire ready to go. Old Rhys's canvas tent, which gets flippin' hot, that's set up. It gets hot. That thing is like an oven. I don't know what the solve is, but I mean, an olive green canvas tent, whilst really strong, rigid, and yeah, very good, it's also not good with heat. Absolutely not good with heat. It's like a little oven in there. So he's going to cook tonight. I, on the other hand, in the iCamper 2X version 3.0, oh man, I want to have a good night's sleep, that's for sure. Up there, brilliant, loving it. Yeah, and that's it really. So now we are good to go and enjoy the evening's activities. We're going to put the light up. We've got a fishing rod light that's going to go up, and then I just like to keep it on a really low yellow light. Actually, the lowest it can go, just otherwise it's too bright. I tell you what is a little bit concerning is, if you have a look behind me, that there's the Chobe River, or a tributary to the Chobe River. On the other side is Namibia, and we've seen a couple of fishermen walking around. We've seen a vehicle driving up and down. It's a little bit disconcerting, if I'm honest, with the rumors that I've heard about Ihaha, and I don't know how true they are. Maybe you guys can add your point of view. Apparently a couple of people have been robbed here, broken into their vehicles, stolen camera gear, laptops, that sort of thing. I don't know how true it is, but I tell you, when you see movement or activity from people in a very wild place, it's kind of makes you think and wonder, Is this something that could happen? I'm pretty sure it could, as it probably does in most countries, most wild places. It has become a prevalent thing where theft, robbery, damage to property, that sort of thing can happen. So yeah, a little bit disconcerting, but I think as my dad once said, it's the animals you don't have to worry about, it's people. So let's hope everything goes well tonight. And I tell you, we've had such a good day. Happy to be in the wilderness of Chobe at Ihaha campsite. Let's see how the evening goes.
And down there.
Good morning, and what a morning it is. Last night we just sat up and enjoyed the fire and the night sounds, which was absolutely brilliant. We're going on our first game drive. Strange thing is, this morning we woke up and we have footprints in our campsite, barefoot. I don't know what that means, but it's human in nature. So we're going to have a chat at the gate later today. That is, unacceptable. Unacceptable. The rates that we're paying to be here and to feel safe is utmost of importance. So, there were two sets of footprints. And, I don't know what it means, but it is what it is, I suppose.
Good morning, all. Firstly, I don't feel so well because I might have had one or too many beverages. Secondly, it's my first time to Ihaha. I don't know too much about the history of the place or anything like that. This morning I was having a walk around and I found two human tracks walking away from our vehicle. Quite clearly human, which is a bit strange because it was over our tracks coming in, so which means it was last night sometime. I did get up to go to the toilet at like 3 in the morning, so I don't know if I maybe scared them off, but yeah, it's a bit weird and not a bit unsettling, knowing someone is walking around in the dark. But yeah, life goes on, and let's see what the gate has to say when we report it, and maybe they move us or send a guard or I don't know. Let's see what happens.
So our last night at Ihaha campsite, we've just come back from a really superb game drive. In fact, both nights here have been absolutely brilliant. I think the Chobe in itself is a great attraction. We did have a chat or a discussion with the game ranger and campsite groundsman on duty. It is a Sunday, and he's assured me that he was going to be chatting to the other rangers to maybe increase the number of patrols tonight. And I just let him know how unhappy I was with regards to having someone come into the campsite and make me feel very, very uneasy. Rhys feels the same way, and I'm pretty sure most of you do too. So I don't know what the future is for Ihaha, if I'm honest. I think with those kind of rates, it's just not tolerable. It's not anything that any wild overlanding camper should have to put up with, if I'm honest. But not to be too negative, it has been good. Chobe has absolutely delivered. The game drive this evening, fantastic. I mean, it's good to see the carmine bee-eaters back in country. They're a migratory bird, and just lovely to see that they've finally arrived. I think they've literally come in the last 3 days, so very good to see them. And let's chat about tomorrow. What are the plans for tomorrow? Let's ask Rhys.
So yeah, we're either going to Savuti tomorrow or the place that has space. So stay tuned. Yes, I'm going bald, bro.
That forehead looks huge.
It's like a runway.
Yes, it's I don't know where Rhys is talking about where we're going. That's a surprise. I really don't know. So I'm excited. I want to know where we're going. And this is from a fella that's never been to Botswana. Fish eagle. That's a non-edited fish eagle sound in on this clip. I hope you guys can hear it. Otherwise, I'll have to put one in. But yeah, I think let's just enjoy the evening. Tomorrow morning we're planning on waking up fairly early. Hopefully we can get 2 bundles of wood at the gate here and roll on out and try and make the long journey to this surprise place that I'm excited to see, and then onwards to Savuti. We'll see how it goes. We've got no bookings, so we'll see what happens. We're gonna see what goes on. It's a long way to go without bookings, let me tell you that. And I don't think I would advise anyone to do this kind of a trip without bookings. I think everyone that's coming, if you're international, local, or SADC, try and get the bookings that you need to get for the relevant places in the relevant national parks. What is fantastic is overlooking the Caprivi Strip here, looking into Namibia, there's the blue haze, very reminiscent of Mana Pools and Lower Zambezi. But yeah, let's enjoy. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a problem. Over the last, I'd say, 6 days, the starter battery has been not ticking over in the early morning startup. So we've had to jump it. I've got one of these Romos little battery jump starter kits, which has been absolutely brilliant. But I don't think it has enough juice for this one, either that or the battery is really flat. So what we've done is, and I don't know if this is going to work, but we've disconnected from the tray and canopy, we've disconnected that from the front, and we've then accessed and are using the inverter, the 500 watt inverter. We've plugged into that with an extension cable and then run the extension cable through to the front of the vehicle, where we're using the Victron Smart Battery Charger. So yeah, it says the battery's taking on bulk, and I can hear the inverter working its backside off. And I don't know if we've done here something that will work to just get enough charge into the starter battery, or we've set up the perfect loop or cycle for a bomb. That's what it feels like to me, man. I have 210 amp hours in the back, so I know that charge is now technically being pulled from the 2 lithium batteries, being converted over to 220 volt with the inverter, and we're now harnessing it and putting it back in to the starter battery, and the wind is pumping, so I'm trying to get this and make sure that everything is fine. But yeah, the blue smart charger from Victron, hopefully it can do the job. It's still at bulk, or maybe we just get enough of a charge just to be able to crank it over. I don't know how drained the battery is, but I mean, it wouldn't even tick over. Okay, Rhys, turn it over, bro. So that absolutely worked a treat. Now we gotta check to make sure everything is plugged back in. We were supposed to leave straight from here to Savuti, but we're gonna go and have a look, see maybe I get another starter battery. It is an old starter battery. It's about maybe 3.5, 4 years old. And I honestly don't have the budget to get a new battery, but we'll have to put it on a card, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. But anyways, at least the car started. We got enough of a charge just to help it. And now we rock and roll. We are on our way out of the Chobe National Park on the Ihaha side. We are heading to the tar road, and I'll tell you, we just came across. Rhys said, what's that there? And literally 200 meters up the road, hard road, soft sand, very soft sand, was a leopard and her 2 cubs. Absolutely brilliant. I only got the tail end of it, no pun intended. But fantastic. So that's 4 of the big 5 we've seen. The only one we haven't seen is obviously rhino, and I don't think on this trip we'll be seeing that, but it doesn't matter really. Jeez, we've had a great couple of days with some excellent sightings, both in hwange and now in Chobe on the Ihaha side. Absolutely brilliant. We paired up this morning. We're going to shoot back into Kasane quickly just to grab some cash, so we can buy wood en route at these campsites that we're going to go and stay at. And then we're heading for Savuti. So let's enjoy the adventure.
We make a quick stop in Kasane to pick up essentials and decide that with the solve we have, there's no need to purchase a new starter battery. Today is what I call a big day as far as driving goes. If you've driven to the Savuti fully loaded, then you have an idea what I'm on about and what we're about to experience. Back on the road and losing a few hours to Kasane, we look forward to getting back on the dirt near the village of Kachikau.
So we've done our first 11 Ks heading towards the Savuti, and I thought let's have a look at the new suspension, the tough dog suspension. I want to just feel it. Woo, it's hot, very, very hot, but I can keep my hand on it so it's not cooking on. So those big ball shocks at the back are working, working very, very, very well, and it's hard going. This is very hard going. I think we are staying at about the 10 km/h mark. Everything looks right at the back. I think, as advice to everyone doing this road, it's not a road you can speed on. It's just that simple. engage 4 high from the very beginning and just drive it slow. Just take it easy, engage 4 high, and yeah, take it very easy over the corrugation, a lot of corrugation, and take it easy over those whoop-de-whoops. I'm just having a look at the front ones. Tough dog, upper control arm's also very hot, and the shocks are buried in the coil, so I can't be able to do anything there. Maybe because the front are adjustable, maybe what I should do is try and drop it from setting number 3 to setting number 2, make it a bit softer. Okay, so I don't know what I've done to the front now with the shocks. I thought it would be, it's definitely adjustable, but I thought they would be very defined clicks. They are defined, but you know, there's no way of counting left or right. I was at setting 3. I think I went to setting 2. I went anti-clockwise, so I'm pretty sure we may have got the front right. I'm hoping. The front left shock is so hot, I tell you. In fact, both front shocks are extremely hot, way hotter than the back. So yeah, the car's working, hey? The suspension, without a doubt, is absolutely working. And it's middle of the day, as it always goes. And it's not so easy. You got to turn the tires, you got to wedge yourself in a gap this size, and then you gotta try. But I did it, and I think the front does feel sort of a little bit softer, Rhys.
It does feel a lot softer.
He says it feels a lot softer. He's driving. We're moving forward slowly but surely. 15k is done, and we've got another 48 kilometers to go. Very tough going now, very tough going. We've got to go on top, we've got to tighten up the wood. It's come loose. Tough going. I think we're going like 5 k's an hour. The road is just so undulated, man. Everything is working, man. Everything is working hard. And it's hot, middle of the day. We've got 38 kilometers to go. And the road is long. Have a look at this.
Once again, doing all the work.
We just made it to Ihaha Gate, and that was a tough drive. I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed by the tough dog suspension from opposite lock. Wow, it took a beating. But I tell you what, we've just got to the gate, and every time I come here, I see everybody else's stickers. And I've never been one of those guys, but on this trip, my wife managed to print me a couple of small stickers, so it's time for me to add my sticker to the group. Taking over the world. We've just crossed through the Ihaha Gate, and we are now in the Chobe National Park, heading for Savuti. And yeah, tough drive, very nice greeting at reception, and yeah, she says, well, we might not have space at Savuti, so they will ask you at the gate if you've got a booking, and they will let you through. But the thing is, the reality is, and she's emphasized that if there's no campsites there, then you have to get out of the park, which is quite not so lekker, man. I don't want to get out of the park. I want to stay in here. So she said we must just go to the reception at Savuti, and yeah, she confirmed my suspicion, because it's crazy. I mean, I don't understand how Savuti can get fully booked. Like, really, there's a lot of campsites there. I don't know how many, but a lot. So how does it get fully booked? And she said it's because of the tour operators. So tour operators go book out the campsites, and then they don't rock up. But now for an overlander like myself, there's no space. And it was the same at Ihaha. It was exactly the same at Ihaha. They told us at Ihaha all the campsites were booked out. Well, if I tell you, there were 2 people sleeping on those campsites. Myself and a couple from the Netherlands in a rental vehicle. That was the only 2. Then there's 10 campsites at Ihaha. So that means 8 campsites are booked and not being used. So I actually think it's a bit ridiculous if I'm quite honest. What they should do then is they should create campsites for tour operators and keep campsites open for the overland enthusiast, the adventure driver, the person that's coming in to support and drive the economy of these places. But the drive is almost done. We have 28 kilometers till we pull into Savuti. Let's do it. Let's get there, Rhys. And I think a couple of cold ones are in order, man, because this is tough driving, eh? Tough driving. Tough. And I tell you, it's a test, eh? A test for the tough dog suspension, the new motor, and yeah, I think it's a real test, stress test on everything, eh? On this car. It's a stress test to the next level. But yeah, mate, I'm now thirsty. I made myself thirsty. We are still on the adventure, and it looks like the first rains for this rainy season in Savuti have just started falling, and wow, it's brought the temperature right down, and we're not too far now. I think we've got about 8.3 kilometers to go, and yeah, we'll be there. But now the Ranger is nice and clean and getting dirty with all the mud. Loving it, absolutely loving it. Let's get to Savuti, and Rhys, I think a long day, man. I think a long day. I think it's your turn to go to the fridge. I left you a surprise in there. Right, so we've just pulled into Savuti, and we've just stopped at the first water hole, and I tell you, the wind is absolutely pumping, and it's quite lovely because it's picking up all the sand, the white sand, and it's creating this like very white haze with the sun setting in the background. And yeah, we're at the pan. I don't know which one it is, but it's the main pan before you enter the actual Savuti camp itself. So yeah, let's see what we see. I see some elephants hiding up in the trees, taking shelter from all this wind. It's very windy, very windy. And yeah, a Corey Bustard just came in to have a drink, and lovely to be here. Absolutely lovely, fantastic. What a place, what a place. Really love the Savuti. How's it for you, Rhys?
I'm really enjoying the Savuti so far. We've had a few adventures. Roads in here aren't great, but apparently there is a good one. But they didn't tell us which one it was. So yeah, we've been bouncing around in the car most of the day. Quite nice just to sit and chill by the waterhole. And we did hear a lion, so hopefully he pulls in. But let's see.
Yeah. Let's keep fingers crossed, because if he comes in, that would top off a really tough day the right way. Good morning, and it's our first game drive at Savuti, and it's an excellent morning, and what a fantastic night. Some people we had met on our journeys thus far up at Senyati, they are camping here. So what was really awesome, we obviously went in to check in and try and get a campsite, and as per the norm, they were fully booked, and that's pretty crazy. If you know anything about the Savuti, there are a lot of campsites, and when you hear those words, we're sorry, we are fully booked, what do? The only other plan was we would either have to carry on to drive to Kwai, which I was in no mood to do because I think it was a tough day yesterday for Rhys and I, if I'm honest. Really tough day on the road. Apparently we took the road less traveled, the hard road, and there's a much easier route in, whereby you join up on the Senyati cut line and come down to Gocha Gate. But yeah, we still had a good time, but we rolled in late. And like I say, shame, these people said, well, you can come and camp with us. So we still have to pay the parking fees because it's per person. And so we camped with them. We had a good evening, hamburgers for dinner. We were so tired. I think we had a couple of cool drinks, maybe 1 or 2 beers, and then we hit the sack. And we woke up early this morning to the amazing Savuti. It is something else. We took a drive down to Pump Pan, which is not too far from camp, and it's actually the pan we stopped at yesterday. And yeah, we watched the jackal stalking and hunting turtleneck doves, and they're there by the thousands. And we've been told through the grapevine, as the whisperings filter through camp, that we must drive to Marabou Pan. So apparently there's 14 lion there, and there's 3 dead elephants. So yeah, let's get to Marabou Pan and let's see what we see. But I can tell you now, man, I love Botswana and I'm in my element. Rhys, how are you this morning, my man?
Good morning, all. Welcome to day 2 of driving around Savuti. It is? Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've seen some pretty cool things. We've done some pretty cool driving, met some pretty cool people. And yeah, let's see what today brings us. It would be great to find some predators. Yeah, hopefully some lions. We really would like to find some leopards, to be very honest. And if we're lucky, maybe a cheetah. But that's just luck.
Hey, yeah, that would be a nice one. That would be a good one.
Yeah. So let's see what today brings.
It's official, my lion sighting drought has ended. For the better part of the day, we enjoy this incredible sighting. And for all of you like-minded wildlife fans, you will know that this is no ordinary sighting. Yes, there are 17 lions that make up this part of the Pride, and yes, there are 3 elephant kills made by the Pride 2 days prior to our arrival, separated by a distance of no more than 50 meters between each kill, and that is amazing. But what makes this sighting truly special for me is that this pride is a part of the greater Savuti Marsh Pride. Why is this so special? Well, it's because this pride in 1993 to 1996 was 30 plus strong and killed 74 elephants during a tough drought in the Savuti area. These lions, out of necessity, learned how to hunt and survive off of elephant, and do this successfully as documented then by filmmakers Beverly and Derek Joubert in the Ultimate Enemies documentary commissioned by National Geographic. Over time, new Pride members have now learned and adopted the sophisticated ability to hunt and kill sub-adult elephants, and what you are seeing here now is that very rare occurrence. It's unbelievable to think that I watched and loved that documentary all those years ago, and here I am today witnessing the descendants of that once powerful pride continue their huntings of mega herbivores. This is a special moment for me, and it is one that I will never forget. This truly is Savuti magic. How crazy is this? We were told this morning that at Marabou Pan there was 14 lions with 3 elephant kills. And we rolled in, there's a lot of safari vehicles from a lot of the big high-end market lodges. And we've been here now for about a good hour and a half. And a lion cub, big one, has walked straight up to the car and is laid up, if I tell you, right here for some shade. Have a look at this. Another day in Africa, and as our last day ends at the Savuti campsites, we look forward to what will be our last 5 days of this epic 19 overlanding day adventure in the Hwange and Botswana National Parks as we pick up and move on to the Garden of Eden, the Kwai Wildlife Concession. Wait till the end to get a sneak peek of what will surely be our best penultimate episode of this incredible series. In the next episode, morning, and it's our last morning here at the Savuti.
We're off to the Moremi.
Explore the channel to catch up on episode 1 and 2 of this 4-part series.
Let's help them out. They're stuck, so we've got to winch them out.
It sounds like there's a lion all around us.
A whole bunch of male lions fighting.
Coming soon. Thank you to my Patreon legends for their amazing support. A thank you to the amazing people that donated to my Go Get crowdfund. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our wild adventures, and be a legend by supporting me on Patreon, link in the write-up below.